Alright, I'm about to buy another 40 packs, and let's see what I open in this video. This is going to be my third video. Feel free to check out my first two. I've already gotten about 5 legendaries and 8+ epics. Just really good cards, so it's really cool so you can see the distribution of how many legendaries, rares, and epics and golden cards you get. First pack, we got an Argent Commander, really good card. It's really good in pretty much any deck. 6 mana, 4/3, charge Divine Shield. Charge will allow it to easily, immediately kill an opponent's creature, and the Divine Shield is going to allow it to get a 2-for-1, sometimes even a 3-for-1. And then we got Golden Arathi Weaponsmith. 4 mana, 3/3 is already decent on its own, and Battle Cry, equip a 2/2 weapon, really good for warriors. And this Power of the Wild, for 2 mana, you can summon a 3/2 Panther, or you can give your minions +1/+1 permanently, not until the end of turn. So, really versatile card for druids. I like that a lot. Cool. We got a golden rare and a rare. The 2 mana, 2/2 Pint-Sized Summoner. The first mana you play each turn costs 1 less. Really good. Especially since ideally you want to play like a 1 mana creature on turn 1, a 2 mana creature on turn 2, a 3 mana. You want to play just 1 creature a turn. So really relevant. And Holy Wrath, draw a card and deal damage equal to its cost. I'm not a huge fan of that, but if you have like a medium to high costing deck, that card's really good. And it's a free draw card. Temple Enforcer I really like in Priest decks. When you get to turn 6, really annoying to deal with. And Loot Hoarder I really like as a 2 mana generic card, that's good. Eviscerate will deal 4 damage most time for 2, which is really strong. Mass Dispel, I really like that in Priest decks. Silence all enemies and draw a card for 4 mana. Lightning Bolt, really good in Shaman decks. Young Dragonhawk in Hunter decks are really good. I'm not a fan of the Worgen Infiltrator. I think there are better 2/1s for 1 mana. And Betrayal, I love that in Rogue decks. An enemy minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. The big creature is going to kill the 2 weak creatures next to it. Explosive Shot, deal 5 damage to a minion and 2 damage to adjacent ones. Really good for hunters. A 2 mana 3/2 Sorcerer's Apprentice, already good on its own. And your spells cost 1 less. Not to a minimum of 1 or anything. Really good. Mad Bomber, if you play that at the right time, you can easily have a good chance killing one of your opponent's 1 toughness or 2 toughness creatures. Really annoying. And the Silverhand Knight is decent, not a huge fan. I like the Mark of Nature. 3 mana, choose 1, give a minion +4 attack or +4 health and taunt. Really versatile and can easily help that minion get a 2-for-1 or a 3-for-1 if you're using that card for it. A Shadow Madness, that card's really good with Brewmasters. 4 mana, Priest card, gain control of any minion with 3 or less attack until the end of turn. It's also really good when your opponent plays like Sen'jin Shieldmaster, 4 mana, 3/5 taunt. You can gain control of that, and now they don't have taunt for the rest of the turn. And you can even attack with their creature and trade or anything. I really like it. Unleash the Hounds is pretty much a staple in Hunter decks. It's a 1 mana, give your beast +1 attack and charge. Anytime from turn 4 on. It's just really annoying, since charge is really good, especially when you can use it on like 5 creatures at a time. So, really powerful. And then that Shaman, 2 mana, 2/3, and Overload 1. It's a decent weapon, for sure. Can easily kill a lot of things, so early on. Nice. Another epic. 3 mana, 3/3, Battle Cry, all minions lose Divine Shield, and you gain +3 and +3 for each shield lost. So, especially if you're a Paladin deck, you can easily run this card and eat 1 to 2, maybe 3 shields, and this guy is just insanely strong. So, yes, he can get silenced, and that's a risk, but the strength he gets is completely worth that risk. A Leper Gnome is amazing in aggressive decks. 1 mana, 2/1 is already solid, and Death Rattle deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Really good. You can usually get in for like 4 to 6 damage, at least. Misdirection, 2 mana. It's one of my 3 favorite Hunter secrets. When a character attacks your hero, instead he attacks another random character, especially if you have no other creatures on the battlefield. If they have 2 creatures out, they're sometimes scared if you have a secret out that secret is misdirection and would cause you to have those 2 creatures fight. Really annoying. Summoning Portal is really good for Warlock. You get to summon all your other creatures a lot cheaper, and it's 2 less, not 1 less like the Pint-Sized Summoner, and it's not only the first creature you summon each turn, so really good. And Wrath. 2 mana, deal 3 damage to a minion, that would be good on its own, or 1 damage and draw a card. So really versatile like all the Druid cards. I love that card. We got an Epic on the last pack, that was awesome. Double rares and an Epic. That's a sweet pack. Ice Lance, really good in Mage decks. Forked Lightning is really good in Shaman decks. I would run those in each of their respective decks. Mass Dispel, really good priest card. Shadow Flame Warlock, destroy a friendly minion and deal attack damage to all enemy minions. I love this card. Board Wiper for just your opponent's minions. So strong, it has so many combos. And a Paladin, Sword of Justice. 3 mana, 1/5. Whenever you summon a minion, give it +1/+1, and this loses 1 durability. This card is incredibly strong. Every time you use your hero power for 2 mana, you're now summoning 2/2s instead of 1/1s. When you play creatures, they're stronger. It's so good. That card is so good. So that makes me really happy. 3 epics in a row. It's awesome. 4 mana priest, Mind Games, put a copy of a random minion from your opponent's deck into the battlefield. Obviously, if you get like a 6/7 plus mana costing minion, it's amazing. So it's a gamble, and sometimes that card alone can pretty much win you the game. So definitely worth experimenting with. And I like the Venture Co-Mercenary when you don't have that strong of cards, because a 5 mana 7/6 is solid. Yes, you can't play minions for a couple more turns, or it's really tough too, but he's just so relevant, and once your opponent answers him, then you can start playing your other minions again and carry on like he was never on the battlefield. Your opponents will struggle to deal with him. Another epic, that's 4 in a row, which is incredible. 4 mana for a 5/6 is really good. I will easily take the Battle Cry, deal 5 damage to your hero, because that guy is going to get in and deal 5 damage to your opponent's hero. There's no way around it. So I'm not a huge fan of Blessed Champion. I love the Defias Ringleader, especially if you're on the draw going second, and on turn 1 you coin and play him. You have a 2/1 and 2/2 on the battlefield turn 1. That's really intimidating to your opponent. Awesome pack so far. 5 epics in a row. It's awesome. So freaking good. Okay, this is a really freaking good warrior weapon. So it's 7 mana, so obviously it's mid to late game, really late game. And you know it says 1 durability, so you're like, okay, it attacks once, cool. But when you read it, attacking a minion costs 1 attack instead of 1 durability. So the first time you attack, it deals 7 damage to a minion. Second time you attack, 6 damage to a minion. Third time you attack, 5 damage to a minion. Like, easily, this thing is going to kill about 4 creatures. Easily, maybe even more. So this card is godlike in the warrior decks. So freaking strong. I like Power of the Wild, and Betrayal allows you to kill your opponent's weak to medium creatures. Fairy Dragon's also a really good sneaky card. It's some really good packs. Druid, 4 mana, give your hero +4 attack this turn, and 4 armor. Not thrilled about that card. Unbound Elemental could be really good in Shaman decks, just keeps on growing, and I like Summoning Portal in Warlock decks. Emperor Cobra, 3 mana, 2/3, destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Not a bad card. I don't see myself wanting to run it in any of my decks. Loot Hoarder, solid card when you're first starting off. 2 mana, 2/1, Death Rattle, draw a card. And Defias Ringleader, really good in rogue decks, especially if you combo it. Cool. Warrior, 4 mana, Mortal Strike, deal 4 damage. If your hero has 12 or less health, deal 6 damage instead. I think it's decent for the 4/4 since Warriors don't have too much single target removal, but I don't see yourself hitting the 6 all the time. Like Ice Barrier for mages helps stall a lot, get to that mid to late game, nuke your opponent's board state, get card advantage with once you start AoE, area of effect, destroying your opponent's creatures. And the Summoning Portal is really good in Warlock decks. Another Pint-Sized Summoner, a 2-mana 2/2. The first minion you play each turn costs 1 less. Really good. Betrayal has one of your opponent's creatures deals damage to adjacent minions next to it. Really good. And Unleash the Hounds is really good in Hunter decks. And the Torn Warrior, 3-mana 2/3 Taunt, Enrage, +3 attack. Enrage is wall damage. This minion has a new power. Really good in mage decks. You can have your hero power hit it and activate Enrage, and now it becomes like a 5/2 for 3 mana. So, really versatile card. We got another Murloc card. That's really good. Especially since Murloc cards are so aggressive and you run out of your hand so fast. Cool. And we collected one of each Murloc card, and we unlocked the quest, the legendary quest creature. There are 2 legendary quest creatures. One's the Parrot for collecting one of each pirate, and the other is the Murloc, Old Murkai for collecting one of each Murloc. So those are the only 2 quest rewards right now, and they're both legendary. And I have one of each Murloc, so now I got this. That's awesome. Really good in aggressive decks. Murloc are how you make an aggro deck. A Young Priestess, 1-mana 2/1. At the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion +1 health. Priests do really well with increasing health because they can heal them. They have other cards that can complement the health and double the health and set the attack equal to the health. So, really good card in a priest deck. A 1-mana Shaman Earthshock. Silence a minion, then deal 1 damage to it. Really good card. Silence itself is really strong, and the fact that it can kill some really weak things makes it really versatile. Harvest Golem's a solid card, and Blood Imp I love in Warlock decks. And since it has stealth, it's really hard to get rid of. We have Bite, I'm not a fan of that card. Snipe, not my favorite. Secret for Hunter. Cult Masters, decent, especially if you have lots of weak creatures. Play it, trade, and have your weak creatures die and draw 2, 3, 4+ cards. And then Dust Devil, I really like that card. 1-mana 3/1. Yes, it has Overload 2, so you're doing nothing, but a 1-mana 3/1 Wind Fury can be really strong if your opponent cannot answer it right away. So it's quite the gamble, though. Cool. We have a golden Cold Light Seer now. Cool. And the Stampede Kodo. 5 mana for a 3/5. And Battle Cry, destroy a random enemy minion with 2 or less attack. Not bad at all. And it can kill some things that have taunt, since taunt creatures usually have higher health than they do attack. And the Flame Imp's really good aggression and in a Warlock deck. And the Leper Gnome is probably my favorite 1-drop for all classes. Wrath I really like in Druid decks. Cool. We got an Epic. 6 mana 5/3 Rogue card, Kidnapper. Combo, return a minion to its owner's hand. That's really solid. And then the 5 attack is solid for a 6 mana costing card, and if you comboed, you can return one of your opponent's taunters or big creatures to their hand and allow you to get in a couple attacks. I like Cone of Cold in mage decks. I like almost all their freeze cards, and it not only freezes them, it also deals 1 damage to them, and it can hit stealth cards. Raging Worgen's really good. 3 mana, 3/3, Enrage, Wind Fury, and +1 attack. So if you can attack something that doesn't kill it, it'll then activate Wind Fury, and then you can attack again. So really strong. And Aldor Peacekeepers, good. And Paladin decks, 3 mana for 3/3 is good already. And Battlecry, change the enemy minion's attack to 1. That's good against their bomb when they have Ysera or Onyxia or anything. Really, they're a really strong creature. 2 rares. Lightning Storm's good in Shaman decks, 3 mana, deal 2 to 3 damage to all enemy minions, overload 2, solid card. And Warrior, the Moral Strike's decent. Silence for 0 mana, silence a minion. I really like that card. Yes, you lose a card for it, but silence is just so strong that you probably won't regret running 1 or 2 of those in a pre-stack. And 4 mana, Soul of the Forest, give your minions Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Treant. If you have enough minions in play, that can be good, but halfway through this set of booster packs. Another Cold Light Seer, Murloc card, 3 mana, 2/3. Battle Cry, give all their Murlocs +2 health. Really versatile, and it's a requirement in all Murloc decks. And it'll help when your opponent's trying to get a board wiper out to board wipe all your Murlocs. It helps to counterplay that. Dust Devil, it's a gamble, but can do a lot of damage really early. Fork Lightning is good in Shaman decks. Power Overwhelming can be situationally good for Warlocks that have early aggression. And Owl is probably my favorite all classes generic way to take care of silencing a minion. Legendary. Our Rare's Defender of Argus, that card is really good. 4 mana 3/3 is already solid. And Battle Cry, give adjacent minions +1/+1 and taunt. Very relevant. The Legendary is 8 mana 3/5. And that sounds weak at first, but then you look. It has Wind Fury, Charge, Divine Shield, and Taunt. Wind Fury attack twice a turn. Charge, it can attack twice the turn it comes into play. Divine Shield means it has a shield, so it kind of almost has 5 toughness, but also absorbs the first attack. And Taunt means your opponent has to attack this one. So it's a really good card. And Argent Protector is good in Paladin decks. About 2 mana 2/2, Battle Cry, give a friendly minion Divine Shield. And Argent Squire is a 1 mana 1/1 Divine Shield. And if you have the rare 3 mana costing card that can absorb shields, it's really good to throw your Argent Squires in that deck. I'm not a big fan of Blessing of Wisdom. 1 mana 1/2, Bloodsail Corsair, Battle Cry, remove 1 durability from your opponent's weapon. Not a fan of that card. Deadly Shot, 3 mana Hunter card, destroy a random enemy minion. That card can be good, but you just have to make sure you wipe the board first. Not a fan of Freezing Trap. Power Overwhelming can be situationally good for Warlocks. And Frost Elemental, when you're first starting off, is a solid card I'd throw in a lot of your decks. 6 mana 5/5, Battle Cry, freeze a character. And if your opponent has a weapon, you can freeze that character, so they cannot attack with their weapon. Vaporize for a 3 mana secret. When a minion attacks your hero, destroy it. If you AoE splash and kill their weak creatures, and then you only allow them like 1 or 2 medium to strong creatures, Vaporize can be really strong. I don't like Wisp. I don't think that 1 attack is gonna do enough each turn, especially since it's gonna die really fast, really easily. Like Betrayal. And Dread Corsair, 4 mana 3/3, costs 1 less per attack of your weapon. That can really, really help get there. But unless you have like a class that has lots of 2 or 3 mana costing weapons, you're not probably going to play that card. And the Mark of Nature, 3 mana, choose 1, give minion +4 attack or +4 health and taunt is decent. Another rare mage, Vaporize, 3 mana. When a minion attacks your hero, destroy it. Really like that secret. Paladin, 1 mana, Noble Sacrifice secret. When an enemy attacks, summon a 2/1 defender as a new target. Gives you taunt for 1 mana. It can kill anything with toughness 2 or less. Really good. I'm not a big fan of Repentance, because it's tough to know if they're going to play a small, medium, or weak creature. It's tough to predict that. Summoning Portal, I like in Warlock decks. And Betrayal, an enemy minion deals less damage to the minions next to it. I like that in Rogue decks. Epic. Doomsayer, 2 mana, 0/7. At the start of your turn, destroy all minions. You can combo that with Frost Nova in a mage deck. So you freeze all your opponent's creatures, and then you play Doomsayer. and every single creature on the battlefield is going to die. That's really strong, especially since it doesn't deal damage or anything. It can just kill Ysera or Onyxia or any of those really strong creatures. Demon Fire, I'm not crazy about that card. 3 mana, 2/3 Wind Fury. I'm not a fan of that card. The 3 toughness dies too easily, especially since even 2 mana costing creatures have 3 attack. I don't like Eye for an Eye, and I do like Forked Lightning. Cool. Almost 3/4 of the way through this pack. Another Epic. 2 mana, 1/1 Stealth. Destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Can be really good, especially if you're playing like a rush deck and your opponent throws down like a Sen'jin Shieldmaster, like 4 mana, 3/5 taunt. It usually stops rush decks, but Patient Assassin will easily get in and deal the damage. The Light Warden, 1 mana, 1/2. Whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. And this is character, so if this minion's healed, if any of your opponent's minions are healed, if your opponent's hero's healed, if you're healed, your hero's healed, yeah, this guy just grows. And the +2 attack persists past the end of the turn, so this Light Warden gets uncontrollable really fast. So if you're playing a priest deck, throw the Light Warden in, keep increasing its health with Power Word Shield and Innervate, and yeah, and then just keep healing and just watch its power just grow and grow. And it's just going to kill everything, and it's a 1-mana creature, so it's incredible. I like the Brewmasters. I don't like Rampage, and I don't like Stranglethorn Tiger. Double rare, I like the Wild Pyromancer, it helps you board wipe. And I like the Violet Teacher, 4 mana, 3/5 is already solid. And whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Violet Apprentice. I like Forked Lightning. I don't like Repentance. You don't know how strong a creature they're going to play next. And I'm not a fan of the Silvermoon Guardian. I like the 3/1 Divine Shield for 3 mana a lot more. The double rare upgrade. If you have a weapon, give it +1/+1. Otherwise, equip a 1/3 weapon. I do like upgrade. And Cold Light Seer, Battlecry, give all of their Murlocs +2 health, 3 mana for a 2/3 Murloc. It's essential for all Murloc decks. Dark Iron Dwarf is a good card. It's 4 mana for a 4/4, and the Battlecry is give a minion +2 attack. So it's like 4 mana for a 6/4, because the +2 attack persists until past the end of turn. And 0 mana Inner Rage, deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +2 attack. Very situational, but can be really good. To ping one of your opponent's creatures that's really low on health already, or to give one of your creatures more attack permanently. The Ancient Mage, 4 mana, 2/5, Battlecry, give adjacent main spell damage +1. If you can control a couple like taunt minions or something, and then throw that between them, that's really strong. Violet Teacher, a golden rare, that's cool. And 4 mana, 3/5. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 Violet Apprentice. That card can be really good, really tough to get rid of. And the Defias Ringleader, if you're on the draw and you're going second, and you play on turn 1 Coin and Defias Ringleader, it gives you really good board state. Yeah, combo's really good. I really like this card. And Inner Rage, that's a decent card, not a huge fan. 3/4 way through this, got an epic, a rare epic. Mind Games, 4 mana Priest. Put a copy of a random minion from your opponent's deck into the battlefield. That's good, and you just obviously hope you get a 4+ mana costing minion. And if you get like an 8+ mana costing minion, you may even like win the game just off this card alone. So really good. And we got 2 Goldens. Leper Gnome's my favorite 1-drops, so I'm really glad I got him golden. And Knife Juggler is one of the best 2-drops, just generic 2-drops you can throw in any deck and not even think twice or regret it. It's a 2 mana 3/2, so it's already just as good as all the other 2 mana costing cards. And after you summon a minion, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. So if you play this on turn 2 your opponent plays like some of the 1 toughness or 2 toughness, you play 1 to 2 creatures next turn, and there's a chance you're going to kill it just from Knife Juggler's passive power alone. So really good. Another pint-sized summoner, I like it. 2 mana, 2/2. The first minion you play each turn costs 1 less. As soon as you play this, your opponent has to target it and try to get rid of it. Is that good? I like Argent Protector in Paladin decks. 2 mana for a 2/2. Battlecry, give a friendly minion Divine Shield. I like the Flame Imp in Warlock decks. Puts a lot of early game aggression onto the battlefield. And puts your opponent on his toes. 3/2 for 1 mana. Murloc Tidecaller, 1 mana, 1/2. Whenever a Murloc is summoned, gain +1 attack. It may not think much about it, but by turn 3 or 4, it can be at 4 or 5 attack on its own with no other boost cards from other Murloc cards. So that's really good, and probably the best one-drop Murloc you can play in a Murloc Rush deck. Double rare, triple rare, awesome. Argent Commander, really good generic card. Throw it in any of your decks and you won't regret it. 6 mana, 4/5 charge. Already is going to kill something. Divine Shield will help you get a 2 for 1. Blade Flurry, 2 mana rogue card. Destroy your weapon and deal its damage to all enemies. Can be good, but I don't think it's that good in a rogue deck. And Mass Dispel, 4 mana priest card. Silence all enemy minions and draw a card. I do like that card a lot. Slam is a really good warrior card. It's 2 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion. So already it can kill a lot of minions of mana cost 2 or less, and sometimes even stronger minions that already have been wounded. And if it survives, draw a card. So worst comes to worst, it can still be used as a draw card, but in the meantime it can still do 2 damage for 2 mana. It's really good. Epic. Preparation, it's a better Innervate for rogues. 0 mana. The next spell you cast this turn costs 3 less. I like Argent Protector. I like Silence. And I like Circle of Healing, especially once you turn Shadow. It nukes the board for 4 damage to all minions for 0 if you're in Shadow form. And Druid of the Claw, 5 mana, 4/4. Choose one, charge, or +2 health and taunt. I really like that card. A rare rogue card, 4 mana, 4/4. Battlecry, give a friendly minion stealth. I like the Torn Warrior. I like the Young Dragonhawk in Hunter decks. Earthshock, silence a minion, then deal 1 damage to it. I really like Earthshock. And I'm not a fan of Redemption, because you don't know which creature, if it's strong, medium, or weak, your opponent's going to play. Rare, double rare. Emperor Cobra, 3 mana, 2/3. Destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Not a bad card at all. And 4 mana, 2/4. Keeper of the Grove. Choose one, deal 2 damage, or silence a minion. Not a bad card at all either. And I like the Golem at the top. Death Rattle, summon another Golem. Rare Ancient Mage, 4 mana, 2/5. Battlecry, give adjacent minions spell damage +1. That's not bad. Golden Battle Rage, draw a card for each damage friendly character. Really good for warriors. Your hero counts as a character too. So no matter what, it's pretty much going to be a draw 1. So, and Deadly Shot, if you can clear the board of your opponent's weak creatures, then that's going to get rid of their strong creature for free. It's really good. Epic, rare, Spellbender, 3 mana. Secret, when an enemy casts a spell on a minion, summon a 1/3 as a new target. That can definitely be really good. If your opponent plays a buff on their creature, if you have like a really big creature in play that you're trying to protect, yeah, Spellbender can be really good. And Lava Burst, 3 mana, deal 5 damage, overload 2. I like that card a lot in Shaman decks. Redemption, Secret, when one of your minions dies, return it to life with 1 health. If you get control which of your creatures dies on your turn, like trade, this card can be very strong. Ice Barrier will allow mages to get past the early game aggression, get to mid and end game, and wipe the board with like their 7 mana Flame Strike. 7 mana, deal 4 damage to all of your opponent's creatures. So I like that card. And the last pack in this video, we got a Hunter Rare Eaglehorn Bow, 3 mana 3/2. Whenever a secret is revealed, gain +1 durability. And I like at least 3 Hunter Secrets, so I really like this card a lot. Thank you for watching. I have plenty of other opening pack videos, and so I'm going to start streaming Hearthstone videos, so feel free to subscribe and go to my page to watch the other Hearthstone videos. Thanks.